What could be more exciting than right now talking about SQL injection? I can fathom nothing. So that's what we're going to do. So I want to talk about why we do this part right here. Well, think about this for just a second. We're taking in rec.query.search, and this, I need to rearrange my windows here. Here we go. This is coming from the user, right? Imagine this is just something available to your message board user, and they're coming in here and they're typing, 45 and search and getting information back from the server, okay? Everything that comes from the user you have to assume is hostile, right? Some not so nice actor is going to come in and put garbage in there that's going to be destructive to what you're doing, okay? If I put rec.query.search directly into here, in fact, let's be irresponsible and do this. So I'm going to put this instead, and instead of that, I'm going to put this. Okay, so now I'm putting directly into this query here whatever the user gives me. Why is this dangerous? Why is this a terrible, horrible, no good idea? Because the user could just give you a number, which is what they should do, right? They can put 45, or they can start giving you SQL, right? So what happens if the user comes in and says something like 1 semicolon drop table users semicolon dash dash? I'm not going to do it because it would literally wreck my database right now. But let's just replace it here. What happens if the user does, what happens if I put that into my query? That's going to drop my users table, right? It's going to delete everything that I have in that particular database. That's a huge problem. So if I put a semicolon there, that means I can start writing more queries. Like Postgres is not going to know, I assume this is what you want to do. This is the information that you sent me. I'm going to do exactly what you're doing. They put this dash dash at the end to comment out if you have more query stuff after that. This is called SQL injection, right? You're interpreting user input directly as SQL. Hopefully this is striking the fear of the hackers in your heart, right? That's why we don't do this way. This is why you do parameterized queries, because what happens here is now the driver, PG, goes and escapes all of this and says, nothing SQL related can exist in search rec.query.search. So they escape out all the characters. They don't allow comments. There's a bunch of stuff that you cannot do in here. The driver will protect you from shooting yourself in the foot. So let's just kind of do something for fun here. So let's go back to the way that I had this. All right, so we do it this way, and then I'm going to change this to just be return comment res. Okay. Now what happens if I come in? So right now I can just do 45 search. I got to restart my server too. Search. Okay. This all works fine. The user is doing everything that we expect them to. But what happens if I do 1 colon, what do I have here? Yeah. Select star from users dash dash. Did I break it? I might have. Oh yeah, that's actually, okay, hold on. So this one, I'm just going to replace this with 39 just for a second, because normally you're not running 2 queries at once based on the same user input. All right, one more time, try this again. So here's what happened here. I got the board back, I got the post back, but here's the issue. Now, what happened is it ran a second query for me here with a select row count of 1,000. I just leaked all of my user information. right? You can see here, here's all the emails, usernames, last log on. This is like a catastrophe. This is how, like, whenever you see like data leaks, like haveibeenpwned.com, this is very frequently how this happens. Some uninformed developer or developer that's just working too fast accidentally just leaves themselves open to SQL injection, and someone less nice can come through and just do some SQL injection here, right? Now, this is like relatively, leaking emails is not good, right? But like leaking passwords or leaking a bunch of other stuff can be absolutely catastrophic. And if someone discovers that they can do this, what they can actually do is they can go, using Postgres, set themselves up as an administrative user, give themselves a password, figure out your IP, and then directly connect to your database, and then they can get everything, right? They can exfiltrate all of your data, and you would never know that another user was in there and stole all of your data. That's exactly what happens to, again, a lot of big companies. Is someone gets in there, steals all their data, wipes whatever record of themselves being there, and no one ever knows that they were ever there, right? And they stole all of that data. They only know, 3 years later when they see that their data is for sale. So, all of this to say, SQL injection, really big deal. Make sure you're doing parameterized queries. This is like, if you learn nothing else from this course, it's probably the most important thing. It's really important that you never do this. What I just showed you how to do, don't do that.